What's up, gamers? I just got done watching Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest 2025, and here are my thoughts as a more casual gamer. So, my initial thoughts on the showcase as a whole, honestly, I was not a big fan of the pacing. I thought that they went a little too breakneck speeds at points. It was kind of hard to keep up. Specifically, the moment that I remember the most is when they announced the Seven Deadly Sins game. I did not realize that that was its own game until way afterwards because it felt like it was just a part of the previous game where they had just announced One Punch Man. And now they're saying, oh, well, there's also the Seven Deadly Sins game. And it threw me off. And that was only one instance where they moved so quickly from game to game and didn't make it clear the delineation between the games that they were announcing that it was really hard to keep up. However, talking about the actual games themselves, I enjoyed it. I think that there were some heavy hitters to a degree. I think it was probably the weakest in terms of announcements that I've seen from a Jeff Keighley show in a while. I don't know if that's a state of the industry thing. I don't know what that means, but a lot of the stuff was 2026. I do feel like we know a good bit about what's coming throughout the rest of the year, but I also felt like there was a lot focused on 2026, way more than I was expecting, and only a few games that I could tell were 2025, and that really shocked me. But games like Lego Voyager and Lego Party, which I'm so glad that it's called that. I was like, oh, it's literally Lego Mario Party, and then they just called it Lego Party. That was absolutely hilarious. Games like Atomic Heart 2, I haven't played Atomic Heart 1, but watching the trailer for Atomic Heart 1 or Atomic Heart 2 really got me interested. It looks really, really good, and it seems like the reviews for Atomic Heart 1 are pretty positive. Also, I was not expecting to get any information about a new Resident Evil after they made that thing with the 30th anniversary. I was like, oh, we're going to have to wait. They're going to do it next year, whatever. And then they showed Resident Evil Requiem, which is apparently a new take on the Resident Evil, or at least a change of pace, which I'm really interested in. They also had another look at 007, which got announced at the PlayStation Showcase, which I didn't talk about, but there were some good games in there too. I will probably talk about the Xbox Showcase that is coming Sunday, so if you're interested in my thoughts there, drop a follow, come back, watch that. But anyway, back to Jeff Keighley's show. I think that it had some good games. I don't think it had any games that really blew my mind. I mean, things like the Lies of P DLC being shadow dropped, especially when the Switch 2 just came out and Elden Ring Night Rain is taking up everyone's time. I think it was an interesting move. It was definitely a shocking move, that's for sure. Also, the other games that they announced, there was a lot of live service games. There was a lot of free to play feeling games. There was a lot of MMOs, games that I'm not as into. I'm happy for the people that are into those, but it really wasn't for me. Overall, if I had to rank this showcase, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like, drop a follow, and thank you.